Hi, I'm Bob Nemenick. Today is April 13th. Ironically, it is a month since our school district said, go home. Go home 1 week early for spring break. Boy, the kids were really excited back then. But today we learned that instead of March 30th, when we originally planned, instead of today, April 13th, instead of Thursday, April the 30th, we will extend e-remote learning to the end of this academic year. And that's not the end of it. E-remote learning extends all the way through summer school as well. Apparently, we're not going to be going back to any normal school until August at the earliest. In the meantime, the president is looking to open the country for business on May 1st. That, as 2,000 or more people are dying daily from this coronavirus pandemic. That sounds asinine, Trump, but then again, it's coming out of the hole in your face. Also today, it was announced that the Supreme Court of the United States will conduct a limited amount of oral hearings via a teleconference call. They deemed 10 of the remaining 20 cases as time-sensitive, and our 2 cases regarding the Electoral College were chosen. The problem is our legal counselors, our families, and us, the respondents and petitioners, are greatly saddened that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sit in the great American courtroom, listen, even participate in a truly historic precedent-setting constitutional matter before the court is dashed. This, too, is a casualty of the coronavirus and the necessity that social distancing demands by this national disaster. A teleconferencing is greatly different than an in-person gatherings. There is so much lost, and that is something most of us are experiencing as we shuttered in our homes, only reaching out to our family and friends via video phone calls, family room conferencing, or even professional meetings online. The coronavirus social distancing has also impacted our family in another way, as today our son takes possession of his newly purchased house. He's not yet 30 years old and he's buying a home, and we cannot get together to celebrate even in a small housewarming party. Another thing today we learned from the CDC is that this virus can travel up to 13 feet in the air. That's wider than this room. And even hitch a ride on the soles of your shoes, and will bring it into your home. Furthermore, they're discovering that some who had the symptoms then recovered are still testing positive for an active virus. And all we got against this viral predator is a social distancing. But until we slay this predatory pathogen, it's going to prey on our human interaction unless our world is frozen. Now for something completely different. Watching the local news, which seems to have gone completely remote home broadcasting, why is there still a sports news segment? Are there any events to report on? I did hear ESPN announcing there was going to have a championship game of horse. Now that would be exciting. I wonder if it's Disney's execs whispering in Trump's ear to get America's horses' asses out there going again, despite the dangers. Speaking of horses' ass, deep inside, I'm perceiving a lot of Americans are waking up to the fake reality TV show featured every afternoon called The President's Horses' Ass Daily Briefing. Today, it featured a set of propaganda videos that seem to be inspired by reading some old Soviet disinformation manuals. Are we witnessing an impacted mind? Emotional constipation, if you will? SNL should do a skit on the impacted brain of a president, like they do with horses when they are impacted with colon constipation. They stick a fire hose up their chute and blow out all the crap. Here, in a fictional skit, they can stick a fire hose in the hole of Trump's face and flush out all the BS. Call it a presidential brain constipation procedure. In the meantime, each of us is staring at this horse's ass television, wondering, hoping, even praying, somehow, some way, will the federal government get it together with all its power to slay this predator, and then let us get back to a society where there are actual sports scores for the local sports segment to report on? Otherwise, we are ordered to stay at home. Students will have to remote learn. People will have to forego their family get-togethers and stay glued to the worst TV reality show ever conjured, the Horse's Ass Daily Briefing. This is over.